Do you regret, now that we're in this situation where we actually do not have the very thing that we need, do you regret keeping that ban on rats until last month?
No, I think, what we've tried to do is have rapid antigen testing available and where it's appropriate. PCR testing remains the most important thing we can have. It is the most accurate and we can manage with it. Getting orders in, that's been happening over the last few months, but it is a very competitive environment. We haven't needed the volume of rapid antigen tests up to now. We have a good supply coming in and we're going to try and bring forward what we can.
Yeah, but a part of running a country is having the foresight to see that you are going to need something when you don't need it yet, you will need it in a month's time. So did anybody sit down and say to the Ministry of Health and Cabinet, yourself or the Prime Minister or anybody else, say to Ashley Bloomfield, you need to lift that ban on rapid antigen tests now?
We've been working through with the ministry for some considerable time on the role of rapid antigen testing. You'll know that it is nowhere near as accurate as PCR testing, but the process of getting approvals, yes, we've been asking the ministry for some time to get that done. We've now got, I think, at least 9 different suppliers approved. More are coming on all the time. A number of private sector companies in New Zealand actually have stockpiles of rapid antigen testing, so they have been able to get them, but equally we're in a global environment where everybody's after them at the same time.
Yeah, so but we find ourselves in this position.
Been a ban on them. Actually, people have had them and been bringing them in.
Minister, did you say there hasn't been a ban on them?
Well, there hasn't, because clearly a number of our corporates in New Zealand have stockpiles.
Yeah, because, Minister, because there was a pilot that was allowed to take place in August after they begged you guys publicly, there was a ban.
Well, what it is the Ministry of Health have said consistently to us that PCR is the most accurate form of testing.
No, but hold on. Rather than changing the subject, let's just get this clear. Are you denying that there was a ban on these tests?
What I'm saying is that I'm accepting, Heather, that we have had PCR. That's why I mentioned it as our focus. We've been working through with the private sector how they can best use rapid antigen testing. A number of them have stocks of them, and we have stocks of them as a government. Yeah. They are now a more significant part of our strategy going forward.
You accept that there was a ban by your government on rapid antigen tests until December? Yeah?
I accept that the Ministry of Health have managed the process by which they approve them, and yes, they haven't been a large part of the system up to now, but that's because the PCR tests have been able to deal with what we need to deal with.